Hello, welcome to Sip and Tea with Double Z. I'm your host, Jaja Harrison, and today I have Natalie Yancey joining me as my special guest. She works for Belo and Company as in sales and specifically digital marketing and the revenue driver for the publishing side. So first, what is digital marketing?
Wow, digital marketing pretty much encompasses everything online. So whether it's served to you on social, audio, programmatically, you name it, if it's online, that's marketing.
And how did you get into it?
Well, I've been in the business probably 30 years now. So obviously I started on the publishing side when we were only selling marketing from a print perspective. As we came into the digital age, we had a dallasnews.com website. So we started selling our owned and operated. That's what we call it. We started selling our site, our publishing sites, whether it was Sports Day, Al Dia, which is our Hispanic site, or just our main news site. And from there grew into a full-on digital agency where we're selling programmatic, social, we build websites, we do it all.
And so what is a basic day like using all those?
The basic day for me, since I'm the sales director, I have a team and it's about 12 people who are working with existing clients, like major clients, but then we are also out closing new clients. So for example, if Oyo Hotels wants to reach Dallas and they want to work with us about a sponsorship on dallasnews.com, we'll work with them, create some type of sponsored presence, and that's how we drive revenue to support journalism.
And so how do you configure all the research to market to these different age groups, different genders, different races? How do you get all the research for that?
So that's a huge part of marketing is the data. So we have our in-house tools, and then we have some third party as well, but first party data we pretty much can get on our site all day long. We use Resonate, we use a lot of different types of data to tell us who's reading what, how long they're on the site, who they are, where they live, how much we can kind of generalize probably what their household income is, things like that. So first party data we gather pretty easily. When it comes to off of our site, we use a lot of different metrics for that. Probably it's standard industry information that we can pull. We also have kind of evolved where we purchased a data house called Astribion. That's a huge part of our business, is just being able to create data for clients. So we call it strategic roadmaps, where if a client doesn't know who their customer base is, what they look like, and they're really trying to target something unique, we'll do what's called a strategic roadmap and provide that type of data. We'll either use their past customer database and start building out profiles so that we can go after lookalikes, or we'll take, some type of audience segmentation and just kind of exponate from that. So it just depends on what the client needs, but we use a lot of different tools to start with the data first.
Okay, cool. So to the viewers who just recently joined in, again, this is Natalie Yancey. She works for Belo and Company as a sales director. And how has social media changed your profession over the years?
Oh, wow. It's changed it tremendously. It's changed, obviously, the entire world. But from the perspective of news, it's changed everything, from the distrust of news to the importance of true journalism. So it's kind of taken people to both ends of the spectrum. But in terms of marketing, social has totally changed the landscape. Now with the new privacy laws and things that are about to change with Google, Facebook, everyone, as that's going to change in the next year, I suspect social will become a different animal for marketing. We won't be able to target the same. We won't be able to track people throughout the journey as well. But I do think social will always have a place in marketing. I just think it will look very different going forward.
And so where do you see this business going in the future with that aspect of social media?
Yeah, I see us needing to there was an article in Vogue last week, and I can't remember the actual title of the article, but basically what they were saying in the article is that the physical marketing will have to come back. We'll have to target people, more directly, whether direct marketing in their mailbox, whatever. It's going to see some resurgence, I think, because we don't know who people are unless we target them in their home. So we see more of that in-home touch point coming back a little stronger, because like I said, we can't really know for sure that we're targeting the right people with social alone as well as we have been in the past. I do think digital marketing will obviously always probably still be first. I just think it will look very different. Probably will have more of an awareness tactic versus a true conversion tactic.
And so when y'all are trying to reach your audiences, is there like a target number or like an amount of times you want someone to see that specific message?
Mm-hmm. So again, depending on the client's goals, we will drive that result. So some clients come to us and all they want is site traffic. We just want people to come to your site, and you bring them to our site. Sometimes they want just strictly awareness. We're new. We want everyone in Dallas to know who we are. We don't care if they click through or not. For some of our clients, like a Dallas Summer Musicals, they want to sell tickets. It's not helping them to just have awareness. They need to have butts in seats. So we make sure that we're driving that type of behavior. So it just depends on the client. And obviously it's always a very defined budget and timeline. So their goal could be, we need to sell 1,000 tickets by the end of June for us to even make this show. So we sometimes have very, very clear goals. Always have to provide the ROI. We always have to provide the reporting at the end of the campaign to show what we drove.
And so when hiring someone new for your company, what qualities or skills do you look for in that person?
Right. So it's still sales. Even though it's marketing, it's still sales. So this person needs to be very outgoing. They need to have tough skin, because you get a lot of no's. And you do a lot of work to get the no. So you just have to be resilient. You have to have, some self-confidence. And behind all of that, you need to understand what marketing is. So we are selling marketing, but we're also selling a service. And so it's sometimes a very abstract sale. It's not like we're selling like a magazine. Sometimes what we're selling is more ideas. And so it can feel very ethereal, and you're pitching ideas and space, not necessarily a hard, tangible thing. So it needs to be someone who communicates well, who can understand exactly what it is that client needs, and then bridge that gap as to what we provide. So I would say, first and foremost, they need to be a people person, and they need to get along well with all people inside and outside of the company, because you're going to be talking to a lot of different types of people.
And so what is your most successful digital marketing program that you've done?
Wow. That's a tough one. We've had some great ones. I would say most successful. I'm trying to think recent. Most successful would be a client we brought in. I don't want to give the client name. I'll just say it's a charter school. And we took the client who was only doing kind of owned and operated media spend with us the past 4 years, maybe, spending around $5,000 to maybe $8,000 a year with us in very just limited products. And we've grown that client to $1.3 million just in this past year by managing pretty much all of their marketing. So we now manage their search, their social, programmatic, the whole thing. And we do it for their entire school roster. So we're not just doing it for Dallas, we're doing it across all the state.
All right, well, thank you so much for telling me everything that you did today. Is there anything else that I didn't ask that you would like to tell?
No, I would just say if someone wants to get into marketing, and especially sales marketing, to just stay open to the different ways you can go into the business. No one starts in this business on top. I was a sales assistant before I became a salesperson, and then obviously a manager, director, whatever, and be willing to learn because it changes every day.
All right, well, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody that tuned in to Sippin' Tea with Double Z today. I'm your host, Jaja Harrison. This is my special guest, Natalie Yancey. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.